It's like a fake laugh. It's not the one I friends. Okay. Welcome to another episode of Serious Banter. As you all know, okay,
we're back.
Let's go straight into today's topic. Now, today we're going to be talking about social media. Now, I'm sure everybody on here is on social media. The question is, sharing too much on social media or just enough? Where do we draw the line? Now I'm going to, so that I know everybody's like, I'm going to start with my own, I guess the first example. Now, a few days ago, or sometime during this recording, very popular, I'm not going to say the person's name, Two-Face came out and he put out a tweet. Oh, sorry, Annie came out first. Annie Dibia came out first and said, oh, she's at peace, something. It's better to waste money than to waste time, some. And then she left. And then Two-Face now came after, oh, my people. I don't, my fuck up. I just imagine that's the way she's going to say, how about my people, fame bagger, you know. I'm really, I forgot what he even said, something about, disappointing, being a disappointment as a husband and as a father. He just said a few things, which is making a lot of people, the social media will think, has he impregnated another woman? Is he, are they fighting? What's really going on? So that's like one typical example of sharing too much on social media. So I'm going to throw it out to the floor. What do you guys think? Tashi, what do you think?
What do I think in terms of what exactly? In terms of oversharing or in terms of Two-Face?
Anyone.
Two-Face is oversharing.
Not Two-Face.
I don't know. I feel like when it comes to oversharing, I feel like people need to be careful what they share. For example, if you share stuff about your relationship, when you guys break up, you now have to go back and start deleting things. I find that a little silly. I feel like if you're gonna put stuff on Instagram about your relationship, then leave it there. Forever. There's no point going back to go delete it, and stuff. Well, like when you get married, I feel like that's a little different because if your husband has a problem with it, then yes. But other than that, I feel like people need to be careful what they put out on social media. It's the same thing if you put out ideas about work as well. People will be like, oh, this is what's going on. Maybe I gotta sabotage it before you even get the contract. So I feel like people need to be careful what they share.
Sorry, Tajay, sorry to interject. But I wouldn't say I disagree with you because I kind of agree with you. But I sit a little bit on the fence because I feel like, when you are in a relationship, you decide, we're not talking anymore, but I want my message to get across. I need you to know what I said, even if you don't understand or somebody else picks it and sends it to you. Oh, this is what he said. You understand my message. So I wouldn't come out and say, like air my dirty laundry and say, this is exactly what happened. But I would be like, I would throw shade.
Like a subliminal, right?
Yeah, I would throw a little bit of shade. But it wouldn't be direct. The whole world will get it.
I have a problem with subs. I feel like subs are a bit childish. Wow. Because I feel like if you need to get your message across to the person, call the person and let them know.
Or call somebody and let them know. Ignore hints. Yeah, sometimes the right person is ignoring hints.
And another problem with subs is that you go and put something in sub and the person will not catch it. Then you've not subbed yourself.
No,
so what's really
I don't agree with you because
I don't think that
agree with
sense.
you because I'm going to talk based on personal experience. And based on personal experience, it happened to me that I was talking to someone. I was with someone and things happened. And the person decided, I'm not talking to you anymore. But the person was still watching my social media. And I'm like, you're not talking to me, but you're watching. Okay, all the messages that you don't want to hear when I call you, I'm going to deliver it on social media so you can hear.
I honestly think it's a bit petty.
I think it's so childish.
Honestly, I'm not one to ever like throw subs on social media. Although some people would see some quotes and say, "Oh, what's going on? What's happening?" And nothing's actually happened. I just probably saw it somewhere and I liked it and I posted it. I've never wanted to throw subs. Honestly, if you have something to say, call the person and tell the person. If you cannot reach the person, then you don't need to say it. I don't need to start posting things. Why? So what if the person doesn't see them? I'll start thinking about why this person not see it, or I'll start scrolling through my scene and the person like it's very unnecessary.
What about actual sharing? I feel like we kind of deviated to stubs.
Yes.
I'm thinking about the sharing. Let me give a personal example, right? I was in a very serious relationship up until about a month ago. And I'm so happy that I did not post any picture of it.
You're single now.
I'm single.
Talking about posting people's pictures there, I posted my boyfriend's picture on my page.
Yes, you do.
We posted our pictures on our pages. And we deleted it. And we're so very much. In fact, we're happier than we were when we posted the pictures. But like, it's really nobody's business at the end of the day. People will see that and say, oh, they're probably not together anymore. But we're together. If I want to post a picture, that's not the only picture I've deleted from my Instagram. Like my boyfriend's picture is not the only picture I've deleted. I've deleted some pictures I did not want anymore. Okay. So it's my Instagram. If I want to post, I want to post. If I want to delete, I want to delete. It's none of your freaking business.
Okay, still based on this whole post and delete thing, there was something that happened recently. Burna Boy put up this snap of him and Steph on the while she was asleep on it.
Perused him.
Or, he actually deleted it after a couple of hours. Then she now put up like a disclaimer that left to me like, why are you coming to explain your sexual status? If you're having sex with this person, you're not smashing this person. There's really no concern of anyone. Like, you won't now come and say this person is big, but he hasn't hit yet. I really don't think that's anyone's business. So when you bring it to social media,
like she was just bantering.
Obviously.
He may not even be big.
Sorry. Let me just talk. Can I just say something? Basically, I personally think that you really need to be careful with the things you share. Because, I don't know, but you can actually make a lot of mistakes sharing too much. Because a lot of people will not even want, a lot of people are not even happy for the relationship, whatever it is. They will not even want it.
No, I feel like I want to, sorry.
No, I just want to say my own bit, do you get? And a lot of people are not happy with your business. A lot of people, for me to share a lot of things that has to do with work, it's just for me selling my market. Just for me letting people know that. Sorry, can I finish, please? Thank you. So just for me selling my market and for me telling people that this is what I do, but you still need to be careful. Like when you're about to even eat a contract, I actually used to, before, let me be honest, I would take a measurement of his space. I would go to take a measurement of his space and I'll be putting it on my social media. And later I'll say I didn't get the job. So I was now careful that why am I doing this? Like I should calm down. Whenever I share anything, I'm sure that I already have the job and get paid. So basically I was just like kind of doing like some stuff, like maybe if I'm going to take measurements and all of that, and I'll just be like, okay, let me post me taking the measurements. And all of a sudden I'll see that the job will not come through. And I'll be like, oh my God, there are witches and wizards in this world.
The reason I may not agree 100% is because recently I started preaching positivity and I started researching on positivity and believing. And I started to feel like it's all about you, all about what you want to do and what you want to give the world, and what you give the world is what you get back from the world. And that is why I cannot agree with you, because for me, I do whatever I want to do and I don't really, I may care for some kind of funny reason, but if you really ask my deep feeling, do I care? Good.
I like that.
Tell you.
So basically, I understand where you're coming from. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's just between you as an individual.
Yes.
It's your personality.
It's all about
what you believe in.
Yeah,
and
my life.
when I started believing in this, and I know that it wasn't working that way, major things have been
at the end of the day, actually,
so it's what I believe. Do you understand? It's what I think that works for me as a person.
Okay. Let me say something quickly. So I think people thrive from validation from other people sometimes. So some people actually function when they get validated by the certain people. Yeah. So you don't want to blame those people for sharing so much information, because at the end of the day, when they share information and they get positivity out of what they've shared, they actually do better. So I think if you share too many information, it may be an issue, but I don't have issues with people sharing so much information.
Personally, there's a limit to what I'll share on social media. You cannot tell me that, when you're in a relationship, don't post your boyfriend's picture. If I want to post it, I'll post it. But the day we fight, I'm not going to go on social media and say, I just fought with my boyfriend. I'm not going to do that. There's a level, but if I don't have a problem with people passing that level, but when you pass that level and something happens and people are asking you what happened, what's going on, and you're not saying, oh, people are talking too much, then that's where I have a problem. Because you decided to put it out there. So if at the end of the day, you're getting backlash from whoever, nobody forced you to put it out there.
And I feel like oversharing or not sharing or whatever, yes, I agree with Debo, it's a personal decision, it's your Instagram. But at the same time, I also feel like there's repercussions to this thing. Like, for example, I'm going to use you as an example. I apologize if it feels some type of way or whatever. But I feel like you share a lot on social media. Your love life, I don't know if you share work as such. I feel like you share your love life more. Maybe you like to show happiness more. But you
I share everything.
Okay. So you share a lot on social media. And my thing is, do you feel like you always have to kind of explain yourself when things go wrong? Like, for example, if you break up with someone, do you feel like you have to explain yourself? Because I feel like you do come back and explain when something goes wrong.
I'm glad that you directed this at me because I wanted to get to this point where I felt like I had a problem because I was very expressive. But then people feel like I'm expressive over my love life because they try not to focus on other things. I'm expressive when it comes to business, friendship, experiences, life, family, friends. It's a general thing. And
more or less, it's like a thing.
Exactly. That's how I am.
Yeah.
If I don't express myself, I'll feel like I'm hiding something.
Yeah.
And then I've come to realize that once I express myself, I meet people who have experienced this before me, and they tend to give me advices based on what they have been through, and they tell me their own perspective of how they've handled these issues. So then I don't feel like it's a problem anymore because I'm like, this thing happens to everyone. It's not just me. So I'm not just expressing the positive. I express both negative. Like when, it's not just when good things are happening in my life, even when bad things are happening, even when I learn something new, I put it out there because people who haven't seen those things can also learn from me, and I can also learn from people who have seen before me because you can't learn everything at once. But we're growing.
How do you deal with backlash? Do you get backlash?
I don't have no room for negativity. I don't attend to negativity. I used to attend to it, I'd have people create fake pages. I'd have people who want to share my opinion.
But those things get to you.
It doesn't get to me.
As long as they don't get to you,
I don't have my mind in the sense that I'm just going to focus on what makes me happy. And what makes me happy is my life, my career, my family, my friends, my business. At the end of the day, no one really cares about you.
I don't know what they're talking about. All I know is that I feel like I can post whatever I want to post because nobody knows where I came from. Nobody knows my struggles. No one knows my experiences. So why should I live based on what people's opinion should be when I already know how I'm supposed to be, how I want to be? So I'm going to post whatever I want to post, however I want to post, as long as it hurts no one in the process. So, yeah.
You said something about sharing the positive and sharing the negative.
Yeah.
Now, social media is known for people putting their best foot.
I just bought a house.
Yes, right. So it's like people don't really show the ugly part. Everybody is trying to put their best foot forward and paint a picture of like a perfect
I think
life.
that really comes down to what is your niche, right? For example, I do Keeping Up with Sabrina. So you see me, there are times I'm literally crying and like snot is coming out of my nose because I'm really angry or I'm really sad about something. So you see everything. But I put it like, that's what my niche is. You're keeping up with Sabrina. You're seeing the good, the positive, luxury trip. You're seeing me say, oh shit, wow, I didn't do groceries. You're seeing everything, right? But that was my decision. So I don't think with social media there should be a rule about, oh, this is too personal. Like,
why
this is
should
too much.
anybody tell anyone?
Exactly.
Yes.
So if your niche is fashion, like my friend, her thing is fashion. Yeah, and that's all you see on her page. So you like her page because she's very like fashion forward. So she won't put her personal stuff because she wants when you come on her page, you're seeing fashion. You like, wow, she has designers. That's her thing. You know what I mean? So if I come now and I'm putting my personal stuff,
Sabrina, you've given him your point.
You know what I mean?
Okay, so what's your point? We follow you.
Okay.
But what I'm trying to say is that when it comes to social media, okay, it's life. Social media is your life. I understand exactly what you're saying and may agree with you in some perspective.
Okay.
But maybe not in all of the perspective.
Okay.
Because I am a firm believer, I think I've already mentioned it, of positivity. And I believe that what you dream and you believe, you don't talk it, and you don't just talk it and say in the air. You believe it. When you believe something, I will give you an example. Let me give you an example. The example I'm going to give you is that I talk a lot. And it's been on my social media, which is exactly what we're talking about. And I was like, God, I used to pray, but I believed that one day, I used to pray for this thing that I'm about to tell you about. God, one day, you're going to give me a platform to talk. Excuse me, where am I now? You have to listen.
I believe it as well. But I think we're kind of conflating what we're talking about and what the topic is. I get you. Being positive is good. My point is there should be no rule about what's too personal or, whether you should share this or not share that. I think it's an individual thing.
So now I want to pick up on this niche thing that you said, because no two fingers are the same, no two social media pages are the same. You go on some people's pages and all they post are professional pictures. You go on some people's pages, they post their families. You go on some people's pages, they post pictures of them dancing, some people chatting shit, different things on different people's pages, Now let's not forget that likes, follows, all these things, it releases a hormone called dopamine. People that work out know about this hormone. It's the happy hormone. It's the feel-good hormone. Now, if you post a picture with your boyfriend and it gets you those likes, it gets you those follows, you're gonna keep on posting that. If you post a picture of your business deal and it gets you congratulations, 500, 1,000, 10,000 comments, that's what you're gonna keep on posting. Every time you hit that milestone, you're gonna keep wanting to post it because it brings you those happy hormones. So it just whatever works for that person. So you can't come and tell somebody that don't share this because it's too much. Some people have started. Some people have started businesses based on their relationship. Based on their relationship, they put their relationship out there. They start YouTube channels. They start this. They're making money. Are you going to tell them that they're oversharing?
No.
Okay.
Basically,
I agree with you.
Yeah, not said anything.
And I'm a believer of you can share whatever you want to share, but there's some certain things you shouldn't share.
Which
I will tell you, you can share anything, your business, whatever it is. But when it comes to you serving people, when it comes to when you're with God, I have a problem when you're with God, when you're in the church, and you can literally Snapchat for the whole time you're in church.
So what about that Nathan guy that did the Instagram lives every midnight? Are you saying that it wasn't good?
That was for a purpose.
Listen. A lot of people follow me, and I'm a Muslim. I've never gone to the mosque, and all my time in mosque and I Snapchat. I don't even Snapchat. I take away my phone when I'm with God. I have a
that's the person.
When you're with God, I feel like you should just take your phone away. Okay. Anything material things should be out of it. Listen, let me finish. It's what I say. Most times when you're with God, you need to keep it with God. No one needs to know that you've been in church for 2 hours. You can't keep Snapchatting from the beginning to the end of your time in church. So I feel like you need to listen to understand God's messages.
Take what I said out of context.
Okay, don't worry, darling. When we come back, we're going to go right back into your context, right? We're going to go on a quick break. Guys, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to finish this conversation. Social media sharing, too much or just enough? Where do we draw the line? And we're back to Serious Banter. Before we went on the break, we were talking about social media sharing, too much or just enough. And Folake was about to enter Tokwe. So please, enter.
I was about to enter Tokwe. It's just he was taking what I said out of context. Because he was making it seem like I was comparing God to Beyonce. I could have said anyone's name. I could have said Burna Boy. I could have said Baby Shark for all I care. I'm just saying that when you go out and you bring out your phone to snap, why are you bringing it out? Because you're enjoying yourself. Because you want others to see what you're doing and probably enjoy it with you. Why can't you do that at church? You may be the kind of person that's easily distracted while you're snapping. I can snap and still get every message.
Let me tell you something. You've been talking, please. Just allow me a second. Okay. Please, just allow me a quick second. Now, there's something called understanding. And understanding is it's not listening. Understanding is not listening. Understanding is understanding. So you think you're listening, but you're not understanding. You're just there.
Like
okay,
now,
the word is there.
Are you speaking for yourself?
Are you listening or
No,
understanding?
Tope is saying that you shouldn't post things in church or when you're praying online. Now, Tope is a walking contradiction here because he has just said that he posts his scripture online and it touched somebody's heart. There's an intent to things, and there are different reasons why people do things. Some people do it because they want to share the memory with others. Some people do it because they want to watch it back later. Maybe when I was in university, I used to record on my lectures because I enjoyed listening to them back. I felt like I picked up more than I did at the actual lecture. So some people may feel that way about church. They want to record the sermon so that they can go back in their solitude, in their own private time, and listen to it back. Are you going to judge that person and say that they're not concentrating or they're not paying attention at that time when they actually have the footage to refer back to later?
There was also this story on Twitter about this girl that was riling out her parents. She got into a fight with her parents about something. She used to stay under their roof. So she started calling them out. Apparently she got into a fight, yada, 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 started dissing her uncles, yada, yada. At the end, she now put a GoFundMe link that, look, I'm trying to move out of my house. So after I've ranted to all you guys, can you people please come and help me? She was literally calling out her family members, her dad, you know, her aunt, her uncles, probably they went to some fight. For me, I believe that's too much. Like, whatever happens, if people start calling out your parents, start dissing your parents, you start taking it personal. But you've already brought everyone into the issue by putting it up on social media. So
and once you put anything on social
media,
media, it's no longer your own effort. It's no longer your business. Anything goes on social media.
Now that's the direction that we're going to. Now, because we've been looking at the side of as the posters, right? As the Twitters, as the Facebookers. Now let's flip it.
Yeah.
So now if I'm following you, and you have told me about your entire lifestyle. For example, now this girl has told us, oh, my father is a bastard, my mother is an idiot, this. If I now respond to that, and I start being negative, and the person is taking it piece, like, oh, cyberbullying.
That's
so
my
where
problem.
do we now
draw the line?
Because it's like, you have made it my business. Once you put it on social media, which is why, like when you were saying something like, oh, earlier, like, oh, you know, I post my boyfriend's picture, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, for example, the reason why I don't put anybody's picture on my page is because one, see for me ring. Do you understand? And at any moment, only fucking time. Only get out at any fucking time. I don't have to explain myself. I don't want people to come and start saying, what happened now? Did you hear what happened?
Can I say something? Talked about my boyfriend. I've never felt like I had to explain myself to anybody.
No, I just refer to the
example. That's something that I understand that. Like you said, actually,
don't forget, we're flipping it around. So now that you posted your boyfriend's picture and you delete it, and for some reason you hear that some girls are talking about you and your boyfriend somewhere, will you be upset?
No. Wait, that's what I've been trying to say since. That I wouldn't be upset. I have a problem with people that would do that, and then people are responding to what they've done and they're upset.
Like, how does it affect your relationship?
It's not everything that happens in my relationship that I post on social media.
So it's fine. Because so you're saying it's fine for people to have opinions about whatever it is.
But if you're
brought it up.
Like in person, because if you bring it to me in person, I will remind you that concerns me. It has no business. I posted it on my own platform.
Can they come onto your platform to ask you then? If you don't want it in person,
can they speak on your platform?
On your comments?
Like when you guys
anything.
Exactly.
Because honestly, when Nikita and that guy broke up, I needed an explanation because I had invested myself into their relationship. Nikita, the one UK YouTuber like this. I feel like I had invested myself.
Somebody that we can relate to.
Where I start to have a problem is when you are doing it, and then you're getting backlash or people are giving their opinions. I personally am not one to give my opinion on that kind of issue because it's not my business. I will not give my opinion. That's my thing. I mean, I can talk about it, but I'm not going on your page and go and type, well, you should not have slapped him. That's your problem. Slap him or not slap him. But if other people that feel like they need to give their opinion are giving their opinion, don't be upset. Because you brought it to Instagram, you brought it to social media, and it's social. There's a comment section for a reason. For people to drop their comments. So don't be upset. If you have anything that you don't want people to give you their opinions on, don't put it on social media.
Let me tell you something, I don't ever feel like me and my boyfriend will get to the point of us even imagining that we'll break up. That's how we get on. Honestly,
let's not speak.
So that is the right way to go.
Excuse me, because that's how I feel about him. I haven't felt that kind of assurance with any other person.
Excuse me.
I haven't felt what I have felt with him in any other person. So it's not even about. I've had people that I was with in the past, and I still posted hints of their lips.
It's coffee.
I'm so confident in what we have that I even post him sleeping.
In this scenario now, first off, the reason why I made a conscious decision not to put it up is because I've been that girl that I've put it up. Oh, sweet love, oh God, it's shocking me.
She doesn't care. She's not making the same mistake.
You understand? When everything else scatter, he's now what happened?
But isn't that like preparing for your doomsday?
I'm not preparing.
No.
I want to get to a place. I want to get to a place where our relationship has like it's so.
You want to get to a place where he has given you peace.
Exactly.
That's all.
And peace for me is after we got into the front of our father and mother. For me, because let me. The reason I'm saying that is because Baba left for a ring and he can still collect the ring back. Do you understand? I'm not saying I'm preparing for doomsday. I've just been in a situation before where I was all over the place in my relationship, and all of a sudden I'm not dating anymore, and then it's like, God, they're broken up now. Do you understand? And I don't want that. So I don't want people in my personal space asking me questions, knowing what I'm about.
Okay. Because of you, because of what you have
it's my
done.
relationship. And also wait 25 minutes. And now that it has now actually scatter. Nobody even knew. We just moved on with our life.
You guys can still.
And this is the
Basically, you are saying that you can't handle side talks.
I can't handle side talks. But I'd rather not put my relationship in the public eye.
Because you don't want side talks, you don't want people talking to you about
because I just don't want it out there. Excuse me, at the end of the day, you're just my boyfriend. Do you understand? For example, if you go on my page now, my work is there, travel is there, my friends are there. Those are things and people that I know are here to stay. So until you can prove to me that you are here to stay.
My boyfriend has proven that he's here. So what Shaitan is saying about not showing it because she wasn't sure, I disagree. Because once you're sure and you're at peace with something, then it begins to resonate in you. It begins to become part of you. So you won't have any doubts in your mind why you can't show something off.
I follow Shaitan, I don't follow you, but I follow Shaitan, and all you see on her page is her work. You see her work, you see her traveling, you see her doing that. If I saw a picture of her doing PDA, I would be surprised. But there's some people that if I see it on their page, I'm not going to be surprised because that's their thing.
Wait, I don't understand. Our fathers and mothers, were they not dating before Instagram? Were they not dating before Facebook? Most of the things were not even here 10 years ago, and we have people that are married for a longer time. It's just an addition. Do you understand? So it doesn't validate the relationship, whether you put it on there or not.
I was about to go slightly off tangent. One of the issues that I have is that once you become an influencer, and you start having a lot of followers, because Nigerians are very gullible. So there's certain things I feel like you should not put up when you've become an influencer, because you're influencing other
like
people.
A relationship?
I don't know about relationship. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like putting out negative things sometimes that people. I think a relationship. So there's some things that some people. If someone is a diehard fan of there's some things that will do. The person will do everything possible. I feel like I need to interject you right. Even now, listen to this point. So that's why I feel about being an listen to this point. Just please, okay? You're now talking about influencers. We're talking about people. You are speaking about a specific. Yeah, so that's why I said I was about to go. I'm going to talk about myself, for example. I'm just a normal person. I'm on social media. I'm going to do what I want.
I don't understand what Folake was saying. What I believe is that what he is trying to say is that there is lowercase letter God and there's higher case God, the I am. But I do understand. It's it to each his own. I think I've been saying this all this while, to each his own. You know, but for me personally, I believe in one I am. There's no human that can be the I am. And, you know, I don't know. I think it says it all by itself. I don't need to say anything. I think you understand.
Go on another break. And when we come back, we're going to be concluding this topic of social media or no social media.
I'm going to go back to what Fafu was talking about charity and all this stuff like that. I feel like when you're giving, depends on your intention. If you're going to Snapchat what you're giving, it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that you have a bad intention. To be honest with you, like I'm a person that I'm not saying this because I want to say because we're on TV. I'm a person that every time I go to the mosque, I always do I always give. You get what I'm saying? I don't put it on social media because I feel like once I start putting it on social media, I start to feel some type of way for validation. People say, "Oh, nice one, oh this that," and I start doing it for the wrong reasons. Trust me, I feel like when you're with God. When you're with God, it should be God. Because at the end of the day, God, I believe that God actually, what He looks at in us is our intention. Trust me. So like I was going to go back to you. So people might actually Snapchat and might not be the intention for people to see, but just to encourage people.
I feel if you're doing something, it should be from the bottom.
Yeah, let me not cut you.
Wait, guys. Let's not. I'm not trying to stop anybody, but there was somebody said something very important before we went on a break. I just feel like I don't want us to just breeze over it. We'll come back to this giving thing. But me that was complaining that relationship. Single.
She not say when they give her ring, she'll show.
There was somebody here that was
they give ring,
and I just want Sabrina. Talk to us. What happened?
Okay, so just about because I'll talk about my relationship, but in regards to the whole
social media,
the personal versus what's not too much, or whatever.
Okay.
So earlier I talked about how I do keeping up with Sabrina. I show everything. Yeah, I show everything except for my relationship, right? So you see me waking up, I'm shitting, I'm eating, I'm doing this, I'm cooking, right? But you just never see if there's a guy there. You understand?
Yeah.
So I intentionally don't show, right? So even though I'm a very, very showy everything on Snapchat, on Instagram is slightly different. I cut back on the showing, and then on my story kind of get highlights of that, right? But sometimes when I'm deciding to post something on Instagram and I want to tell a story or have a moral message that I want to present, I use personal events, experiences to back up my point, right? So I was in a relationship with a guy for 4 years. Seriously, like very serious. By the end of the first year, I already met his mom, dad, entire family, and it's very different. He's Italian, so it was really a big deal because it was a whole different ethnicity. Do you understand? I was in school. I met him in Nigeria, so we were together in Nigeria. Then I went back to Canada, went back to school. So it's a long distance relationship, but a serious, really serious relationship. But nobody, unless you know me in person, knew about him. On social media, you didn't know anything. You know what's Sabrina shitting, but you didn't know she had a boyfriend. So I went on very luxurious, expensive trips. And at one point, I thought people even thought I had multiple men that I was traveling with. That's how much of a secret it was to me. And it wasn't about it being a secret. That's not me. I don't show my relationships. So I don't show my relationship. I didn't care that people had things to say that, oh, she's probably doing things, she's probably with different guys. I didn't care because it was not time for me to share and I didn't want to share. Then 2016.
When we had this very luxurious trip, at one point I was in Italy, then I was in France, then I was in Greece. Next thing you know, pop the question.
5 minutes later.
Oh, how last year I was a young engaged individual. And now I went to Paris. I had boxes of gifts and all of them were for me. This man, this wonderful thing. But this year, it's a whole different experience. No gifts, no living in the most beautiful destination. I'm now in Lagos. Wow, no light.
Excuse me?
For the story and the point I was trying to make, I brought that out. So somebody else now cannot tell me that, oh, she put her personal relationship out there. I felt it was necessary for the emotion I was trying to evoke, the message I was trying to put out there. So it's not that, from the beginning they knew that I had a relationship. Then when it ended, I felt the need to tell them. No,
I completely share that story.
Thank you.
But once again, Sabrina, that was your decision, right? And whatever ramifications come from that decision, you should be able to handle it.
Yeah. So this is that. Yeah, because this story then just goes back to her. She wants to know how people feel, why they feel the need to post or not post. Do you know? Now she understand. With me, I brought up my relationship when I felt it was necessary to. So if people go in and start asking and stuff, that's their business. Do you know what I mean? At least now, people who thought, oh, maybe she was going out with multiple men would not be like, share me, this Sabrina is a deceiver. Oh.
Especially when it comes to relationships, I get why you would do that. But if we take it back to giving, and people that go out and say, oh, you know what, I want to maybe go to Mother's Baby's home, or I want to do something nice, and then they're not doing, oh, this is what I bought for, and take the gift now. Oh,
thank you. I really appreciate it.
I would like to have an opinion.
And then
I feel like we might have, although your story was amazing and it was heartfelt, I feel like we may have diverted a little bit. But let's go back to giving. Now, in terms of giving, I feel like when I use me for example, it's more of something that comes from the heart. There's no, you cannot be, like, what are you showing? What are you trying to prove? To who are you trying to prove? If you do it and you show it, it doesn't make any sense. You're not doing it, you're showing value. It's like, no, we know what you're about. Like, go ahead.
Sorry to cut you, basically. I think that it kind of goes two ways, because if you're showing the world some people that actually have to give and they don't know how to go about it, just kind of
they don't know how to go about it.
It actually does encourage people.
Let me tell you the truth. A lot of people do not actually know how to go about it. They don't know how to start. They don't even know the steps to make. Do you get? I may not even think about it. They will just be like, okay, now this guy is doing it like this. He's doing it like this. Like Cocoon Foundation, for example. Okay, you're cooking for people like this. You meant to meet this. You're showing it. It's not correct.
Can I give an example?
Do you understand?
I've had opportunities to give back to the society. I've gone to an orphanage. I went to Makoko. My friend has a school there. He bought a building and he has two classes for kindergarten and primary school. And there are some women around that community that don't have anything they do. They just sell. They just trade. I know them. They send their children to school. I don't think there's power in some certain places. The place is really slumpy. So he was like, he wants to do something for the youths in Makoko. So I went there to teach them makeup. And I had every moment recorded. And I put it on my social media. And I wasn't doing it to show people that, oh, I can go to the slums to go and teach, me to have gone through shit. I felt like this is something that people should know, that everyone has an opportunity to do something, to become something, but some people aren't just privileged. So you can also help people. If you have the opportunity and ability to help other people, do so. It doesn't have to be money. It could be teaching them a trade. It could be teaching them
I'm actually sorry. I'm not cutting you. Let me just say the truth. Honestly, I actually watched that and it helped me a lot. So what are we saying? Honestly, I actually watched what you did at the time when you did the whole makeup with all these market traders and all of that. Yeah. I actually watched it. And it helped me. And I actually did give to people. So what are we talking about?
Exactly. Because there are certain sets of people that they don't even care about what the public is. If I put it up on my Snapchat, put it up on my Instagram, okay, for anywhere that he puts up a picture, he disables comments. He doesn't care what anyone wants to say. If you want to diss him, if you want to call him out, he'll disable the comments on the picture. There are certain group of people that, okay, if I'm doing this thing, I don't really care what you
okay, basically when it comes to giving on social media, I believe once you go out with the intention of, I'm gonna put this on my social media, I don't believe it's coming straight from the heart. When you feel you need validation from the public, like, hey, I'm giving so-and-so to so-and-so person, I'm helping this person out, I really don't think it's coming from the depth of your heart, because you feel you want you want the public eye to look you and, add comments that, hey, nice one, hey, this one, hey, that one. But I believe if it's really coming from the depths of your heart, you're not gonna go, you're really not gonna do that. So I'm a bit touchy on that subject of, giving and putting on social media. But if I'm gonna be subjective and speak on my own personal point of view, I do not think it's necessary, and I will play no part of it.
If you have a good intention for Snapchatting, it's fine, it's good. You're helping people. I posted something on Snapchat one day, and one girl called me and said, because normally sometimes when I wake up in the morning to pray, I sometimes post like a
maybe your mat or something.
yeah, no, I might post like like scripture or something, whatever you get. And that night she called me and she said, you know what? When I saw that at 6 a.m., I woke up to pray, and I had a good day.
You see?
And she said I helped her.
Talkware is just. Don't even get me started. I think he doesn't understand what he's even saying, because how are you going to tell me that, oh, you can post a scripture and that inspired people, but now you're saying that someone can record at church? Like, is he not in the day of televangelism? There are pastors who literally only preach on TV. So they're being recorded to preach just on TV. Imagine. Now, tell me, I don't know, perhaps because he's Muslim and in mosque are a bit different, but in Christianity, at the churches I worship, all of them, they have videographers, they have cameras panning left, right, center, under, everywhere. Like, first of all, Christ Embassy, you go there, oh, it's a walking fashion show, because you know you're gonna be on camera. You might be on your phone, they'll capture you. So my whole point is that salvation is personal, so if I choose to do a video while at church, I'm not doing it because I'm distracted. I'm doing it because I'm in the spirit. I'm feeling that anointing, and I want other people to feel that anointing. Or just imagine the pastor is giving you hot. You are really like, oh my God, this is so good. I can't deliver it like the pastor. When he's saying, in the spirit of the Lord, you want to record that and let the other people feel the spirit of the Lord, So I'm just being a televangelist in the way I feel it. So don't come and be telling me that I can't post. Are you okay? Anyways, but yeah, let me...
All right,
Can we go back to charities and intention?
Okay.
So a friend of mine and I, we started a charity called Happy Kids.
Yeah, Happy Kids.
And for 4 years, we used to go to the motherless babies' homes, and we used to give things personally. We did not need anyone's help. We used to
guys that share. Even when Burna, for example, posted that video of everybody was like, oh my God, Burna, like it was. If it was the other way, would have said, See now, she's trying to. He was sleeping.
Well, I posted my relationship once my boyfriend did. I don't think. Yeah. Okay. Once he did, I posted it, and he didn't tell me when he was going to do it. He just posted a picture, and I went to his page, and I saw that he posted my picture. I'm like, okay.
Like I
went
said,
on Snapchat and I posted.
for me, I already told my friends that I
don't think I've ever posted.
I know some guys that share.
I don't think I've ever posted before my boyfriend posted my picture. I hadn't ever posted his picture on social media.
Were you waiting for him to post
I wasn't waiting for him to post my picture, but like, did you approval? No. In my previous relationships, I'd never done that. I just never saw the need to do that. But that wasn't because I was trying to hide my relationship or whatever. I just
felt
there's certain clothes that there's certain outfits I'll wear and I'm like, I should have posted this, but I did not take the picture. It's nobody's business. So I can be in a relationship and say, oh, I should have posted that, but I just did not. I just did not see the need to post it. But when my boyfriend, I don't think it's gender based, because when my boyfriend posted my picture, I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Because I've never done it before. No, I like Sabrina. I like what she brings to the table, but sometimes, like, I just don't want to sit beside her, because sometimes she's talking and I'm like, Sabrina, please, your hand. Like, she must put my makeup. I think she should actually sit beside two guys that don't have any makeup. They don't have anything to lose. I have a lot to lose over here. I don't want to lose it over Sabrina and her emotions.
I don't have a problem with anybody posting relationship or whatever business on social media, because at the end of the day, sometimes when you're posting the business and you have the wrong intentions, you can even start having clients even through that, because you don't know who is watching and who is telling the other person what you're doing. Yeah. So when it comes to business, relationship, you can do whatever it is. I have a problem with going to the church or the mosque and Snapchatting from the beginning to the end. I'm not saying you should not post a picture or they're in the mosque or like a 2-minute video or whatever. I only have a problem with you doing it for the whole time, because to me,
it feel like it fits the
purpose.
That's the point. That's what I'm saying.
2 points about this. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I don't think Muslims or mosques they do this, but in lots of Christian churches, they are videographers, professional videographers who film from the beginning to the end.
Get back on your seat.
Try to worship God. God, you see, when you're with God, you have to forget every other thing. Stop with God and do something else.
If I want to worship God, I want super story.
What you want to watch?
Worship God, the God from your own story.
So you can't, because I don't know the God's word.
Sabrina, chill, please. There's nothing wrong with what Tope has said. Everybody has a personal opinion. Tope feels that if you're in the church, you need to reverence God. So serve Him and listen to the message. Don't take it. There's nothing wrong with it. But I don't also think that Tope should be against people who are posting too. Because some people
Tope also needs to know that
you can't judge people.
Chill. No. Not even about judgment. Not even about judgment. It's not even about judgment. Sorry. Some people also record this thing because they want to share the word to people. Yeah. It's like a form of evangelism. Yes, no. Do you understand? It's not necessarily saying that, oh, I'm not in the spirit. I can also be receiving the word as I'm hearing it, and I'm sending it across to other people.
Okay, so left to me, I actually had zero issues with everything that Tope shared with respect to posting in church and all those things, because I also think that to reference God, you need to actually concentrate. And when you have your phones on, at the end of the day, some people, when they post pictures or when they do videos in church, at the end of the day, they check other people's posts because they're kind of some way distracted. So I get his view about not posting in church, dropping your phone to reference God. Some people, when they're just in ordinary meetings in their offices and everything, they actually drop their phones and they concentrate. So why would you go to the presence of God and bring out your phones and be Snapchatting? So I never had a problem with what Tope said. I think he was spot on.
There's a statement. Sorry, before we close.
I
have a saying. Yeah, and it was my father that actually told me the saying. And he said, because of what you just said, he said, advice is free, Yeah. You may choose to listen, but
or
if
not
you
listen.
decide not to listen,
Don't
tomorrow you may pay for it.
Thank you. That's exactly what I'm saying.
All right, then. Thank you so much for that quote. You heard it here first. The wise saying from
a wise man once said.
Thank you so much. You know what? If you have any opinions, you want to talk to us, you want to talk to the crew, you want to shout out, just hit us up on our social media pages. You're going to see everything on here on the screen. Serious Banter. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook. I'm going to share. We don't care. If you like, talk. We're going to
Comments.
All right,
like,
next time. Subscribe. All right, till next time. Subscribe. Serious Banter. We love you. And we're out.
I was the council gbogbo má worry ṣe máa send 85 àbí.
You're the shop.
ẹ máa lọ check ẹ tí bá ti dé nsìn ṣó ti paint office mi náà. má yẹ kí change ẹ fún ẹ o ọ̀yà máa send ẹ sí ẹ má worry lọ́ra.
You're in the shop, man.
ṣé ọ̀dọ̀ mi ló máa sùn ni.
You can't be there, okay?
Okay, máa send ẹ lówó nsìn.